Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Now, today's a bit of a different one, as I'm sure you can tell. I'm actually using my real voice and not just an AI voice. Given the situation that Skibidi Toilet's been in, I want to just leave that part of my channel behind for now and move on to a different thing, that being Roblox Doors. And I also want to start using my real voice because I think it's time to just step away from hiding behind the AI voices and being shy. I think it's time to use my real voice. Anyway, enough about me, and let's get into the topic of the video, and that is everything you need to know before the archive releases. So let's get straight into the video. Right, so as I'm sure you all know, the archive trailer came out not too long ago, and it revealed to us that the update will release on August 28th. With that, the trailer answered the main question, but alongside that, it also left a lot of unanswered ones, and I look to answer them today. Let's start with the subfloor itself. Now, as we know, the rooms has 1,000 doors, all labelled with the letter A. But the archive is different, as there are different letters labelling the doors. When the trailer first came out, the assumption was that each letter would have 50 doors. This would add up to, I believe, 1,300. However, I find this unlikely, as one of the major issues that players have with the rooms is that it's too long and tedious. And to be honest, a very basic map that's 1,000 doors long, with the same 3 entities every time, the same gameplay, is going to get really boring really fast, which is exactly why it's getting revamped. So whilst the archives will definitely have more content and replayability attached to it, it doesn't make sense for it to be even longer than the rooms. However, my idea of the archive being shorter was quickly shattered by one video.
Most people seem to think that the archive subfloor will have 1,300 doors, but they are wrong. When we see the doors during the trailer, they all have a 0 before the next 2 numbers. For example, Z38 is actually Z038. The only reason to have an extra 0 is for numbers that go up into the hundreds.
As you're seeing, the video suggests that the labels point to the floor being much longer. Even longer than the original 1,300 theory. However, now that I'm thinking about it, it could actually work, as in the trailer we also see a train. I could definitely see this train acting as a bypass to a chunk of the subfloor. Anyway, when it comes to how long the subfloor actually is, that's impossible to know at this stage. We probably won't know that until it comes out, all the devs tell us, but don't get your hopes up for that. Now let's get into the entities, starting off with the original 3 from rooms as we know it right now. A60 is the first entity we see in the trailer. However, unfortunately we don't actually get to see what he looks like, since the player we're watching the POV from hides in a locker. However, we can see that its function is pretty much exactly the same, but judging that the developers want to move away from the rooms, it's likely that A60 is going to be redesigned and renamed. We can kind of see this already, as A60's light is more brighter and more intense. Next up is A90, who we now know has been renamed to Ransom. Ransom will appear on our screen and demand our gold, or he will steal our items. I don't know what it is, but something about A90 demanding gold is so funny to me. I assume when we give him the gold, or when we're ready to, we have to interact with these computers to actually give it to him, to get him to go away. I'm not sure what will cause him to do damage, or if he does damage at all. That's probably something we'll have to find out for ourselves. Now, A120 is strange because unlike A60 and Ransom, he has not appeared or mentioned at all. I believe this is intentional, since it makes zero sense for the developers to silently remove him from the game. I believe he will be redesigned and reworked, but we'll have to see. Now let's talk about the new entities. First one being these strange figures standing in this room. I myself have no idea what these things are meant to do. They might be connected to the Scribbles entity, who we've seen in a few weeks back. Scribbles, I believe, was this guy. He was a piece of paper with an eye on it. I can only assume Scribbles will be a chase entity, as all eye entities, except for eyes itself, chase people. Next up is this TV man looking guy. We assume he is associated with waiting in line, but what this dude interprets as skipping line remains to be seen. As we can see him, he seems to be killing the player in this image here. He also makes an appearance earlier on in the trailer, just standing in front of a door, so his true functions remain unknown at this point. Next are these flower looking things. I forgot their name and know nothing about them, so I'm not going to discuss them anymore. Honcho is last up, and he is theorised to be the boss entity, because the word Honcho means someone with high authority, so it's only safe to assume he is the boss of the office that the archives takes place in. something I want to mention is that Bob was thought to be connected to rooms, given how his name appears on one of the name tags, but I think this is also the case in the original game, so it may just be a copy of that. But if Bob is in fact connected to the archives, then El Goblino may have a new secret line involving the archives. That's just a guess though. Anyway, back to Honcho. His functionality remains anonymous, as we've only seen screenshots of him and a clip of him walking. The most interesting screenshot of him is when he was running. This shows that he is more than likely aggressive, and we'll have to find a way to escape him or even combat him. Given that he is made of paper, why can't we just rip him apart? Sorry. Anyway, I think it's safe to say that we will encounter Honcho at the end of the archives, given that he is the boss. One thing I want to talk about is this journal. I believe this journal and the TVs are going to play the main part in giving us lore, so make sure to look out for them during gameplay. Lastly, to anyone who hasn't gotten the A1000 badge, I heavily recommend going to Slidort's channel. He does near enough daily live streams helping his viewers. Anyway, that's all for now guys, goodbye. Guys, I kid you not, as soon as I finished writing the script for this video, Doors updated the lobby. It now has a TV in the lobby counting down to the release date of the archives, and decorations spread around the place dedicated to the archives. The tables have been updated and so have the chairs. So make sure to go check it out if you're interested in that. Anyway, I know this is my first time using my real voice, at least in a very long time. I think all the past videos I'm using my voice have been deleted by me. So, yeah. So keep in mind, it is my first time doing this, so I may not have that much, what's the word? I may not have that I might not have the right energy yet. I might, I need to get used to it. I know my mic quality isn't the best. That'll have to be worked on. And trust me, over time I will get better. I'm still getting used to this, so I may not have the energy you guys are looking for just yet. But trust me, when I adapt to using my own voice, it will get better. I do plan to do more videos with my real voice. So, yeah, make sure to look out for that. And I do plan to do more Doors videos in the future. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, turn on push notifications so you never miss a video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye for now.